I have been doing stand-up comedy around the metro area for 2 years now. The thank you. The autism spectrum is very wide, and I'm an example of someone in it. I really am a high-functioning autistic with characteristics of a social disorder called Asperger's syndrome. One characteristic of autism is taking people literally. For example, I was out one time. A person asked me if I was wearing a wife beater. I replied, "Whose wife is getting beaten? I don't do that to women." Another characteristic of autism is looking out windows. To me, a window is like a magnet. I have to go up to one and look out. There could be nothing there. Suddenly, a naked woman could be running across the property. Unfortunately, those who are autistic tend to get bullied and labeled words such as creepy. I looked that word up, and the labelers are wrong. Someone who's autistic is not going to turn into a mythical creature and tear you to pieces. They're not going to go into a crowded room and kill people. And autism does not induce vomiting. Yes, folks, those are some stupid, ignorant people. I have another routine. Now, I categorize these because I'm analytical. Family. If you go to my family's place, like for dinner, my mother likes to eat cook food that's cold. No, sorry. She likes to cook food that's hot, as in temperature. I prefer food that's cool, so there's conflict. Why aren't you eating your dinner? How can I eat my oven done? Okay, I was out one time. My pop asked me for a 1. I replied, "I don't have any steak sauce." Airplanes. Several years ago, commercial plane was taken off at JFK. Engine failure was due to geese getting caught in the engine. I at first remember thinking, that's one way to hunt. Pets. Some family members have a gold-capped conure that could say, "What's up?" I think it likes Budweiser a bit much. I have others to choose from. I'm just thinking about them in my head. Let's see. Mispronunciations. Christmas one year, I received a gift. It was a cologne with the name Blazer. I picked it up and said, "Blazar! It must be French!" The police. No one likes to receive a speeding ticket. I've received a speeding ticket. Not long after, I received a call from the Highway Patrol asking for donations. Yes. I told them I didn't have any money for them. Instead, I should have replied, "You gave me a speeding ticket. I ain't giving you crap. Another thing, shame on you." That was one of my biggest regrets. I will leave you with this. If you encounter someone who is socially different, do not act snobbish and scared, assuming they're going to turn into a creature and kill you. Autistics are usually friendly. You might make a new friend. I'm Madam Porter. Have a good night.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yes. So, also, live feedback. Woo! Live feedback for a stand-up comedian.
Okay, I'm done.
What just happened?
Are you gonna think he's funny?
All right, folks. Yes, Miss Strawberry.
That was really fun. I enjoyed it. I got a lot of laughs. As a theater nerd, I really appreciated the Brechtian composition of it, meaning that each section was labeled. Theater nerd party one. Thank you for explaining.
I knew exactly what you were talking about. I was in a break.
Thank you.
We love her.
Classical musician up here. I miss all of it.
Yes. We love her though.
Yeah, Brecht means that you label and separate each section.
I call it OCD.
Thanks, Mom.
I would suggest for like a memory thing, if you try to do like an anagram in your head or something, a way for it to flow so that each story reminds you of the next one, so that you have less of that needing to take a moment to remember what comes next.
All right, I saw another hand. Yes. Oh, hey! I'm like, you know that face. What's up, lady?
Hi, good, great. Adam, I really, kind of like what Mary said, I really appreciate your cadence for the one-liners. I think that for in a burlesque setting, that's a very good throwback to like Eddie Durante and Groucho Marx, and I appreciate that. And I had one other thing, and I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry, but I think you did really, really well. So thank you.
We can put a pin in it and come back to you. It's all good. It's all good. Bree?
I think it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. The only recommendation I have, and I'm not a comic, though I try to play one, slow down. I felt like you were trying to race the clock. And I would have, it was like, okay, he's hurrying up to get to the next one. What is it? There was just too much fast pace in it. Give us a minute to get the joke. We were like, oh yeah, I got that.
I got one behind you.
Who's behind? Oh, Miss Love's behind me.
First of all, thank you so much for having the balls to be the first guy. Also, thank you so much for having a message about acceptance. And also, I think that just like with as I teach burlesque, I tell, it's when you have something that you're doing for the first time, you rush. So I think that just practice and doing those times to actually take those moments. First of all, I loved your reactions to the audience reacting to you. I always appreciate a comic that actually goes, yeah, you get where I'm coming from. Having those moments of actual conversation and breaking the fourth wall and not just rolling through all of your lines. That takes talent and that takes confidence. And I think that that was really great. And I just think that it's going to take a little bit more practice to get your rhythm. But otherwise, I think it's awesome.
Another one? Scratch.
So, I do a lot of open mics. You can really tell when it's someone's first time because they speed the hell through it. And I honestly thought you were going at a good pace myself. I see a lot of people speed through. I was trying to get all their jokes out. I don't know, what you did worked for me specifically is what I'll say. Also, I would recommend against apologizing. Just be 20% more confident, and I recommend this to everybody. Be 20% more confident than you feel, and just roll with it. If you are fumbling, that's a good time to interact with the audience while you're collecting yourself. Great job, otherwise.
But when you're fumbling and then
Hey guys, I meant to do that.
All right, I've got one more. I've got Annette.
I have just a general comment. I liked it a lot. I thought it was really funny. But I really like that you did take the time to talk about autism. My mom has high-functioning Asperger's as well. So I lived with it all my life. And it never even struck me as weird because I lived with it. And then I didn't see her for a while. And then I saw her and I'm like, oh, I didn't realize you had this. But it's cool because I still love her to death. And she's super funny too, super friendly. She engages with
It's those personal moments that make it good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's it. You see what you've done? Look at that.